Hey everyone, oh my goodness, it's been forever since I've made a video like this. Goodness gracious me. Telling you, this dog bite story is for the birds. So yeah, I just wanted to show comparison from the gecko that I'm normally working with in comparison to the new geckos I'm now going to be working with, because unfortunately I can no longer get the size and shape of the one that I'm used to making. So this big boy is going to be my demo. So yeah, I go and I paint it with my black paint. Now, even though you cannot see this once the dots are on and once it starts looking really busy, I cannot help but going in with two coats. I have to make sure that every inch of it is covered properly before I begin. It's just habit. I mean, if there was a gap, you would never know once a dot's on, but I will know. So I'm batshit crazy when it comes to this. So it's part of my process. And the longest part out of everything is getting into all these little nooks and crannies of the paws. Just listen to the snoring in the background. That's Mila. I've got my leg elevated in the air because I just came back from my ultrasound. But anyway, so yeah, so we paint the front and the back of the gecko, head to tail, two coats, and then I mark out with this like white pen. I think it's actually pencil, sorry. I think it's actually used for fabric marking. This is just really nice to wipe off when I do the varnish. A pencil mark itself just it doesn't lift once you start coating it. So this works best. And if I do make a mistake, I just wet my finger or piece of cloth, wipe over it, and Bob's your uncle. Now, because this gecko was done on a larger scale, I was like, I don't have any tools big enough for the eyeball at Chichi's. So I had to use this like round sponge thing and work whether or not it looked better on the outskirts of the face or the inner face. But then I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to keep it even? So I did markings, but I actually preferred the eye to kind of like go off the side of the face ever so slightly. I don't know. I just thought it gave it a little bit more character, because normally the eyes do bulge out sort of to the side, but my outcut doesn't actually allow that. So I made it work. I think it looks cute. And then I went in with this color palette that I really like. I love blue and yellow, but because the background's dark, I went with the lighter option of the colors that I really, really liked. And then I just went back and forth, not working with a pattern in mind, just going with the flow bit by bit until it built like this design. I did, if you guys look very carefully, added a second dot over the first dot just to give it some dimension and personality, and went over with the base coat. So